Hey there, Whiskey fans. Welcome back to Whiskey Minute with the Highlander. Today, I'm doing a crossover here with Whiskey Crusaders. And we've brought Jeff Caffey, my old fraternity brother, along for the ride. We're going to be hitting you up with lots of different Whiskey Del Bac products. So hope you stay with us and enjoy it.
All right, everybody, Whiskey Crusaders there as well. We're doing, like I said, we're doing a co-stream here with Steve. And so all this awesome stuff from Whiskey Del Bac, which I'm very excited about. When Steve came in, of course, all we have is the old stuff. Never get that here in Texas. So I'm really excited to try a bunch of new Whiskey Del Bac, which is one of my favorites that we just don't get here, unfortunately, in Texas. Say hi. I know we got Anthony's out here in Bourbon Neophyte. And Peter Newton, good to see you there. Sugar Kitty, and I know Leanne from Scotch in the Bayou and all that good fun stuff. Excellent stuff. So good to see you guys, and glad to hear you guys have had some Whiskey Del Bac. So that's fantastic here. A monsoon. That sounds like a great time there. And Las Vegas, good times too. All right.
So and you guys haven't gotten them in the past.
No, all we got is those three we've got. But like I said, somebody.
But I'm the new rep for the state of Texas. S2 Spirit Solutions is representing Whiskey Del Bac throughout Texas, Florida, Oklahoma, Chicago, Denver, Las Vegas, and Kentucky.
Nice.
So we will, with our 17 Texas reps, be out in the state getting this in stores all over the state.
That is fantastic to hear. I'm very excited because, like I said, I've been lucky to try some in the vault in the past, down in Austin. Had some really great ones with some, of course, Patrick Cohen used to bring some out from Arizona. Awesome stuff. We miss him sadly. I know Josh Galladay's had some, so been lucky to try a few. They were all great, but never got a chance to buy any. So the first time we had them in here, so I'm really excited about this.
So this is our classic. It got ranked with 93 points.
Nice.
This is a classic single malt made the traditional Scottish way right up until the point of casking. And then it goes into virgin American oak.
Okay. Nice.
So on the nose, we're not even going to talk about the three that you always get from American oak. On the nose, you should be getting a few special tones in there. Almost a honey crisp. Light dusting of apricot.
It just smells like goodness. That's what matters.
What are you picking up there, Matt?
There's a little bit of lavender in there. Piece of that honey.
Definitely the florals coming through.
It's like a little dusting of sand. A little bit of lily. What's that? Sunflower. And like sunflower oil as well. Oh, it's just really nice and clean. A little butterscotch. It's beautiful.
Definitely notes of butterscotch in this one.
All right. Oh, good. Anthony reviewed that one. Excellent.
You take this one in on your palate, you get something that's nice and soft. It's comparable to, say, a 12-year Macallan with no sherry finish.
That's good.
And I say comparable because I also say that this is kind of like the crossover single malt.
Okay.
Bourbon lovers are going to be drawn to the parts that we're getting from the virgin American oak.
Totally.
So that gets us bourbon and Scotch people together talking about an American single malt.
It's also cool because you don't get a lot of the malty notes you usually pick up with a lot of Scotch. They're not there because I think of the virgin oak.
Absolutely, 100%. That's why it's an amazing story with these guys. Stephen Paul was a furniture maker, making furniture out of mesquite, which is what they make.
Okay.
In Arizona, they have mesquite and cactus.
Yeah, that's true.
So one day he's throwing the remnants into the wee fire there, and the wife said, they make my Scotch and they peat it. Couldn't you mesquite it?
That's awesome.
I guess we could. And that sparked the idea for him to get started. So a furniture maker learned how to make whiskey on his own.
That's wild.
And started making an American single malt using parts of the desert where he's from, the Sonoran Desert there in Tucson. So that's why this next one comes up with the mesquiting. The name Whiskey Del Bac is a 3-language name. Okay. Whiskey is the English, which is derived from the Scot Usquevea. Del is the Spanish, meaning of the, and Bac is the Indian word meaning where the water returns to the sand.
Oh, okay.
And that's the water of the Santa Cruz River that comes up there, and that's the water they're using to make it with.
Awesome.
So Stephen wanted to make a product that's representative of his home. they've been there. I guess his parents settled there. So
long time, especially there probably before it was a state then.
it was a long time ago. I know that much.
Yeah, back when it was the 48th state. Yeah, let's just show the people this one on this side too. They can see this.
The classic's going to
Beautiful
run
bottle.
between 60 and 65 retail. So for those Macallan lovers, very easy if they're looking to save a few.
Absolutely.
Drop down from your $87, $90 bottle of Macallan, pick up a bottle of this, and you're getting a great 12-year single malt.
Plus, Sugar Kid said he likes it better than Macallan anyway. So we got that. John wants to know, he doesn't want to stay with state stores. What states is Whiskey Del Bac available in currently?
Honestly, you can go to our website to find
Okay.
that out. I don't have them all memorized. We're now in 13 states. My company represents them in 7 states.
Okay.
And if you go to my channel, Whiskey Minute with a Highlander, on YouTube, it's at the TX Highlander. I did a 7-part series tour of the distillery with the head
Awesome.
distiller. They're all in wee little parts, so you can check them out 2 minutes to 7 minutes. Very easy
Perfect.
to watch. And learn all about the actual making and what the magic is behind it that Mark does to make some of these products so bloody fantastic. Now, we're going to jump from that to the next one in the base line, which is the Dorado.
All right.
It is mesquited. So they mesquite smoke the malted barley. Kind of the same way in Islay,
Fabulous.
you're going to peat smoke it.
I guess, John, what state are you in? And then at least if we know offhand, yes or no. Because I don't know. I don't remember what state you're in. Yes, definitely a good pour, Anthony. You will enjoy it. He'll be right back. All right. How long is all this stuff aged for, just to wonder, in general?
Well, that classic there that tastes like a 12-year
Yes.
is aged about 12 months.
Jeez, holy crap.
I know, it's mind-blowing that you can get something so soft,
Wow.
so
I'm
complex
shocked.
in 12 months. But the Sonoran Desert has got heat factors and cool factors that
Which we don't get the cool here. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, because you do 12 months here. You can get it to taste, but not like that. It's not soft. It's the oakiness. you get.
Andalusia can't do this in 12 months.
That's insane. That's 12 months. Wow, that blows my mind. Pennsylvania. Ooh,
We're not in Pennsylvania
sorry, bud.
yet.
Yet, exactly. You can get there. Hopefully, it's a state that's close to you, John, or you visit somebody or have a friend that can bring you a
Can
bottle.
ship
at some
you a
point.
bottle. My prediction is we'll be in 27 states by next summer.
Awesome.
We are growing really rapidly and moving things really fast.
Okay.
So on the nose, obviously you get hints of the mesquite smoke,
Right.
which I find especially appealing down here in the South.
For sure.
When you're out mesquite barbecuing
We love mesquite here.
and you've got a mesquite whiskey to go with it,
Can't
the
go
two
wrong.
just pair together. Then you throw in, say, a nice Victor Sinclair Maduro wrapper.
There you go.
We're talking about an evening.
All we're missing is a slab of brisket.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Mesquite smoking, that's what we need. And if we're going to do this with a pairing dinner, obviously any mesquited
Yeah.
meat. I've paired this one with mesquite smoked chicken and mesquite smoked brisket. Comes in lovely.
That's good. What's that sweet barbecue mesquite that's on there too? Oh, you ever use this in the glaze with some barbecue?
Yes,
Be awesome.
yes. Instead of like I do a Jack Daniel's glaze on the
Yeah.
ham,
Okay.
this makes a wonderful glaze for the brisket
Oh, I bet that is. But that's
and the
amazing.
chicken.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
that's really good.
smoke that chicken. I'm gonna coat it several times on the Barbie.
And there you go. Yeah, John, just come visit the castle. Exactly. There's your problem is solved. 40-degree difference day here. Wow, fall, winter, springs.
Hmm.
Humidity, but generally in the single digits. That's wild.
John's in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Probably should have flown here for TB&A.
There you go.
Then he would be here for this event that we're doing right now.
That's true.
You picking up anything different on this? I mean, obviously the stone fruits are still existing, right?
Right.
And the wee hints of caramel with a dusting of honey are there, but now we're getting almost a hint of light chocolate And that caramel is turned into more of a toffee.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, there's also like this powdered sugar. But yeah, basically that barbecue glaze is the big thing. It's not as huge of a difference as I expected, to be honest with you.
No, it's a very subtle smoke.
I thought it would be much more pound you in the face, like like Isla is.
Now, if you really like the heavy smoke, there is one available only at the distillery. Which next time I come, I will bring it.
Perfect, I'd appreciate it.
It is called Ode to Isla.
Oh, that sounds great.
Now, there's no peat in anything we make.
Right, but
that Ode to Isla is heavily smoked.
Perfect. I love heavily smoked.
And I'll tell you one other thing. You'll see this on the videos on my channel, but I've tried beer at I've been to now 68 distillery tours, and every one of them, I've tried to try the beer.
Okay.
This is the one where when he pours you a glass, you're going to finish it. It's that good.
That's nice. I like
it's the only one I've ever tried where I'm not giving it back. and that's reminiscent of this is what's to come.
Yeah, for sure.
It's this good now. What's it going to be when it becomes something?
Right.
Which we all know beer is just whiskey.
Because how long has Whiskey Del Bac been in business now?
11 and a half years.
11 years, okay. All right, that's cool. So once you went from furniture to whiskey, how long was the transition time from furniture to whiskey?
It was about 2 years before.
It wasn't that long then.
No, not very long at all. This man learned how to make whiskey almost overnight.
And then this is all pot still?
Yes.
Okay.
This is all traditional Scottish method.
How big is this still? How many gallons is it?
Oh, great. Or liters? It's on the video.
You know I'm going to ask the nerdy questions. Come on.
It's been a day or so since I was there.
It's beautiful. It's made of copper. We'll go with that.
And it's got a jacket over it.
Okay, it's got a jacket over. Okay.
But in the videos on my channel, you can see it, and we talk about it. We talk about how big it is.
So go check out his video. There's the solution to our problem.
And while you're there, go ahead and follow.
Absolutely, that too.
We've got about 100 more videos we filmed that we haven't posted yet.
Oh, damn.
So
all right,
we are way behind. But we are now representing some great brands, and that's been taking a lot of our time.
So where's the barley come from?
The barley comes from Arizona.
Okay, so it's actually Arizona barley. Okay, very cool. Is it 2 row, 6 row, or something in between?
3 row.
3 row. You don't see that almost ever. That's cool. All right. Now they use just one type of barley in this, or multiples?
This is one type of
barley. One type. Okay. Very cool.
And Mark, if you're watching and I get one of these wrong, hopefully you won't hold me against me. Mark Viertaler is the magician behind the curtain. He is the head distiller there.
Okay.
Who has done some magical things, and they've come up with some magical things. So we're going to jump from single malt to something a wee bit different.
Right.
And normally when I'm sampling this out, I have a net that covers the label so people can't even see what it is.
Makes it sexier.
That way you can try it, not know, what am I drinking?
Well, I still don't know, so it's all good.
Which the first question is, what type of whiskey is it?
Yeah. Interesting.
So you obviously are picking up smoke.
Right. Similar notes, but there's something different about it.
That muted and transmuted notes on that smoke are because of the way that it's made.
Okay.
So the juice is poured into the cask that the Dorado was in.
Okay.
So you've got a mesquited cask.
Oh, nice.
That this
mesquited cask
spirit is going in to rest and age and get notes from that mesquited cask, which was a first used Virgin American oak.
Okay.
So we're obviously getting a wee bit more oak into this than we would normally in this type of spirit. Then when it's ready to come out, when Mark tastes it and says, this is ready to go to bottle, it is filtered through the mesquite charcoal that was used to make the malted barley.
Very cool.
So it's kind of like Lincoln County process, except it's the Tucson process because we're mesquiting it.
That's wild.
And sorry, Stephen, I should know the name of the county you're in, but it's been a long week.
Because I know there's been some other brands that have done stuff with mesquite. It's interesting to see the differences. You got stuff from Texas mesquite with a couple other brands they've done, and this one being from Tucson mesquite. That it's a different mesquite for sure, which is unique.
All of the mesquite single malts that have existed, I have tried, and I can distinctly say this is the best. And that's how they came to working with me. I went to do the tour.
Oh, nice.
And we filmed the tour, and that was my introduction to Whiskey Del Bac, and I fell in love with them.
Awesome.
So next day on the drive out of Tucson, as we're heading towards El Paso, I told the wife, I love them so much, we got to work with them. Because it's difficult to say, are they the 4th best single malt in America or the 5th?
Sure.
But they're definitely in the top 5.
Oh, yeah.
So of the 192 people making American single malts today, for me to just try them in day one, tell you they're in the top 5, that tells you that I bloody love them.
Yeah. So what I heard is we need to bring them back. So we had this big American single malt taste off about 3 years ago. So we need to bring Whiskey Del Bac to that one next time. So
yes.
We had Balcones, Cedar Ridge, Westland, and Virginia Distilling on that.
Well, let me know, and I will bring Whiskey Del Bac, and awesome. I'll get Ty to send up Andalusia.
Yes, absolutely.
Can you tell me what are we drinking? Is this single malt, bourbon, Canadian whiskey, rye, Japanese whiskey? What?
I don't think it's any of those. It's really unique. It's really good, but there's something different.
And that's why I like to hide that label, because this is a rye.
That's a rye?
That goes, I call this the gateway rye. So 7% of the whiskey world like rye. This is a gateway for the 93% that aren't rye drinkers. Because that mesquited cask and that mesquite filter through the charcoal has altered this so dramatically that even rye lovers may or may not. So far in my testing, 40% of all the really rye lovers have been able to say it's a rye. 60% couldn't tell me what it was.
Yeah, once you tell it's a rye, you can find the rye. But unknown, you're not looking for rye either.
No.
And that's not what you're picking up.
And that's why I don't want to give you the preconceived notion.
Right, and that's the whole point of the blind. Yeah. What percentage of rye is that? Is it 100% rye?
This is a true rye.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, when you first asked, what is this? I was about to say, it's not peppery enough to be.
Right. Yeah.
His process has knocked off about 60% of the pepper.
Yeah.
Which is the part bourbon drinkers and Scotch drinkers don't find appealing.
See, and I love it. But I'm also the weird man on a lot of this crap.
And
95.5.
The last thing that some people are turned off by, and some people know that they make really good stuff. This starts out as MGP.
That makes sense.
Because all we make at Whiskey Del Bac is single malt.
Single malt, okay.
And in about 2 months, we're going to have a bourbon made the same way.
Okay, cool. That's fun though, and there's only a handful in the country that do. There's mesquite on any that do it after. That's the first one in the country to do that. I was like, I don't think anyone else has done that.
They're the only ones filtering with mesquite charcoal.
That's cool. I take another.
And the mesquited cask. I mean, obviously, there's nobody doing.
Yeah, I was like, that's got to be a unique thing. That's really so. But it's the 95.5. Is it the mash bill on it for the MGP?
I think it is.
Okay. It tastes like it probably is, but you never know. I know they have multiple ones, but
now the bourbon may or may not be MGP.
Okay,
but it will be sourced.
Okay, which will make sense. You're not. That's all you make. Yeah, you're gonna
have
to source
tries different ones from different places and picks what is going to be used when we come out with something new like this.
Okay.
So with this one, he found some spirits from MGP that he thought were
nice,
perfect, had the character and the potential to grow up to be what he wanted them to be.
Very cool.
And this goes for retail right around $35-37 a bottle.
Oh, wow. So it's super reasonable, too.
It is. Yeah.
Now, is that only found in Arizona, or can you get it in other states?
You can get this all over in all the states that my people are in.
All right. Cool.
We don't, here in Texas, we don't have this in Total Wine yet. But
okay. Now, other stores in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Longhorn Cheers over here on Boat Club Road has them because I've already sold them into them.
Okay.
I think Liquor Depot is going to be carrying them. Liquor Land.
Okay.
We've got 4 new reps here in DFW. They're going to be adding them all over.
Nice.
If you're down in San Antonio, LOL Liquors has them.
Yeah, that's
We've got
wild.
them in a lot of stores in a short time. Now, by Christmas, I expect that we're going to be in about 400 or 500 stores in Texas.
awesome. That's
So
fantastic.
we're going to be pushing this hard. And so if you got fans out there and you're any of these states, if you're in Florida, Oklahoma, or Texas, go in and ask for Whiskey Del Bac. And that'll help us get them in there.
Yeah, you guys need to be in. Are you guys in Tarrant Liquor or Mirage Liquor at all?
We're not yet.
Either one. All right, we need to introduce you to those guys. They need to be in both those stores. Both great stores here locally that need to carry some great
Definitely
single malt. I know both of them real well. So
I completely understand why you called this a gateway rye.
yeah, because you don't know it's rye,
Yeah.
which is wild.
And at the Whiskey Riot in San Antonio, I had people that are like, no, I don't like rye. Like,
Oh,
well, you're
it's
the
best.
perfect candidate. Come try this.
Yeah, for
And then
sure.
they're like, oh, I do like this. So at that point, at that show, that's when I said, we're not going to tell anybody anymore.
well,
We're just going to tell them it's whiskey, and you try it and tell me if you like it.
it's like taking your Monongahela style and then making it really a Maryland style.
And we'll get
I do love that label though. That label's really cool too. The big
Well,
owl on there.
And at
That's
that
awesome.
price point,
Yeah, you can't
Oh
beat the
my
price
gosh.
point.
And that
for
owl
real.
is
What's the-
known as the Sentinel of the Desert, and that's why this one's
okay.
called
What's
Sentinel
the
of
proof
the
on
Desert.
this?
All three of our baseline are 92 proof.
Okay, perfect.
So the Classic Dorado and the Sentinel are all going to be 92 proof.
Okay.
Now after that, we're going to change a wee bit as we jump up to some of the higher stuff.
All right.
So we're going to take that Classic,
Dublin,
that
Vegas.
first one we tried,
All right.
and when it's finished and ready to go to bottle, we're going to take it and put it in a PX sherry cask.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds fabulous.
And it's going to stay in there for somewhere between 12 to 13 months.
Okay.
So it started with about 12 months as a Classic.
Okay.
Now it's about 23 to 25 months, depending, because everyone's
jeez.
different. But that adds all of the qualities that you would normally find in a sherry single malt.
So Anthony wants to know because you can find it. He's going to look for is it going to be available in Vegas? Whiskey Del Bac? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay. So Anthony, you can find it. And he also wants to know what the MSRP on the rye is. Is it 40? Is that what you said?
35 to 37 normally. If he's in Vegas, it's probably going to be $1 more.
Okay. So under 40.
We are in Vegas. We just negotiated our deal with our distributor, and
Nice.
my boots on the ground there have just started trying to get them into liquor stores.
Okay.
So, Anthony, go into your favorite liquor store and tell them you want to get some Whiskey Del Bac,
Absolutely.
and that way, when my rep goes in, they'll go, well, we've already had requests for it.
Mm-hmm. Classic finishing sherry. Oh, you're going to visit Del Bac in October. Also, Spencer. Well, you should have a great time then.
Well, if you go to visit them, tell them that the Highlander sent you. Everyone at the distillery knows me, obviously, because I now represent them, but they all remember me from the 3 hours of the tour and
Right.
drinking we did that day. We haven't even posted all the drinking ones, but we went through a line of 11 at the distillery. Oh. So on this,
Wow.
we're getting all the notes from the Classic, right? But now
Yeah,
we're
but the
pulling in all
sherry
the
on there?
stuff that you
Good
pick on the
gosh.
sherry, and we're getting some things that I don't normally get, like walnut.
Yeah. But yeah, you get like all your plums and dates and raisins. But you also, I get this like butterscotch pudding note, which is super interesting. And creme brulee.
And for me, it's almost a Werther's butterscotch.
Yeah,
tart,
yeah.
You know,
you said dates. That's
they're
what I was
definitely
like,
dates.
there's
Lots of
something-
them, yeah.
What is this? And
there are definitely dates that appear in this.
Also a little like pumpkin bread in there, which is unique.
And it's funny you mention that, because if you make a handcrafted old fashioned using this,
Oh, I bet that's good.
and you use pumpkin bitters,
Yeah.
you will pull out that pumpkin and date
Nice.
that's in there and just make an amazing one.
Oh, that sounds good. Liquor line up here, they're great people. Okay. Awesome, Anthony. Hey, RPS61, good to see you.
This is what our Dorado.
Yes, the people love to see that.
So the Frontera,
Ontario, okay.
we have 2 special releases every year. This is the spring release, Frontera, which is aged in a PX sherry cask. And then in the fall, they'll release Normandy, which is aged in a cognac cask.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
So next time I come, we'll have Ode to Isla and Normandy
Perfect.
and the winter release.
Okay, that is insane.
Isn't this is my favorite
Wow.
of everything we make.
Yeah,
That is truly special.
wow.
But I've had a love affair with PX.
Yeah, I
Sherry
love
forever.
sure too.
I mean,
This is 23 months total, you said?
yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Jeez.
Some could be
This is-
21, some
okay, but
23.
Either way, it's still ridiculous.
And yet it tastes about like a 16-year Macallan
Yeah, that's insane.
with a sherry finish.
So what's the price point on that one?
Price point in this around 90 to 95.
Oh, geez, so it's super reasonable, yeah.
Very
so
reasonable.
I'd much rather have that than pay for other people's prices, to say the least.
If you go to find a 16, 15, 17-year-old Scotch that is got a secondary finish in sherry, you're not going to find one for $90
No.
that's worth drinking.
That doesn't exist.
Now, I know there are a few out there that are $90, and I'm not going to. The only one that even comes close to competing with this is the Glenmurray 15 port finish,
Mm.
but it's a port finish.
Yeah, okay.
And
Hey, Z-Man.
Hmm.
Is there a single cast strength mesquite yet? Does that exist?
yes, you've gotten ahead of the class. There is.
So, John, yes, apparently.
Now, where are you at, John?
Oh, I think he's in Pennsylvania. That's what he said.
Oh, that's the same. That's Pennsylvania, John.
Yeah.
All right, John. So when we get to Pennsylvania, we'll have to work out something with you. But if you've got friends in any of the states that we're in now, we do sell private casks, single casks to stores and groups. And our casks are so wee that there's only 60 bottles in a cask. And that's part of why you're getting that aging so quickly, because you've got more wood to liquid, right? And then you've got the dynamics of the atmosphere and the heat and the cool in Tucson, Arizona. So using those wee little casks really helps. And then it also makes it so that if a whiskey club were to buy, say, the mesquited version, which is our Dorado, or the unmesquited, which is our classic, they're going to get that at cask strength. And we just happen, that's where we're going next.
Oh, darn. Terrible have to do. That's
This
a shame.
is drawn from one of those private casks that
Nice.
hasn't been sold yet.
All right.
This is
Awesome.
the non-mesquited one.
Okay.
And it comes in at, old man glasses time, 110.87 proof, or
Very nice.
54.45 ABV. Let me grab my water dropper. We don't need it, but I'm going to grab it anyway.
Very nice.
Provided my lad put it back in the bag where it's
That always helps.
So when we're trying anything that's above about 95, the way I like to try my whiskey is first try the whiskey.
Yes.
And then after
absolutely.
you've tried that whiskey, add a couple of drops.
Sure.
We want to make sure we've got enough that you can try it as God intended,
Right.
and then try it with a wee bit of water. And the third way is trying it with ice. And at 106 degrees out here, you might want to ice some of your whiskeys, but I don't.
Yeah, I just still don't bother.
So right off the bat on the nose, this is one where obviously you probably want to open your mouth,
It smells good.
but the dynamics of the flavor are coming in so much stronger,
Right.
right? Because we're getting it the way you should get it. If I got a choice, I'm buying 3-digit and then water it down myself instead
Totally.
of buying it and letting the distiller decide, oh, I think this is the perfect one, and water it down to that.
Yeah, exactly. No ice, Anthony. Don't worry about it. We're not icing it. It's fine.
No, you'll never see me do that on purpose.
We don't even carry ice here. If a brand wants ice, they got to bring their own.
So you throw this in your mouth, and at 110, there's not really a whiskey burn. There's a few little tingles and a little pepper coming in at the end, and you've got a little bit in the back of the throat, but no burn like you get on most of the
That's
Texas
super
whiskeys.
dangerous.
This is definitely.
Yeah, because you don't know that's that proof.
you don't realize how fast
mean-
you're going downhill on this.
Maybe it tastes like it's 95. Maybe.
Yeah, it's
And
very
that's-
soft, very
yeah.
soft, right?
Yeah.
Like just
And like you said, the end's got that little peppery finish on the end, but that's really a pepper spice. It's not a hot.
right. It's not a hot burn.
heat. Yeah.
It's not the needles you get from. I'm not going to name any of them. I know too many of them now to where I don't want to embarrass them, but there are a lot of whiskeys here around us that
Oh yeah.
just burn the throat.
And sometimes I like that. Sometimes I don't. It depends. It's all personal preference and all of that stuff too, though. But it's fun to get people that don't want to drink high proof to try things like this and then realize that really is high proof, but you just don't taste it.
Like bent straight from the cask,
So
malted
freaking
whiskey.
good.
That one that we tried last time, 139 proof.
It's stupid good.
Wow. That was the best. That's still today one of the best whiskeys
It is.
I've ever
Like,
had.
yeah, we got a chance to go out there a few months ago, and yeah, that place is amazing. It pulls from the cask. I don't know if you're stopping there while you're in town, but if you do, there's this very special Tempranillo cask you need to go try.
I'm going to call Natalie and see. I've still got one day open this week. So if I could fill that day, that's an indoor air-conditioned thing, so I can do it.
That is true.
Plus, I've already filmed the tour of the distillery.
Right.
So all I need to go
hang
out
out.
is hang out with Ryan and
Rough.
Natasha and do a little bit of drinking.
Yeah, a rough thing to have to do.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do this.
Absolutely.
And I'm willing to sacrifice myself and my body for
I
the
agree.
fans.
Exactly. They have to know. It's very important to them.
Otherwise, the rest of us wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
No. And like
That's
John
true.
in Pennsylvania, now he knows he's got to take a trip to Florida.
Right.
And come back with a rainbow case of Whiskey Del Bac.
There you go.
Our rep in Jacksonville will be getting stuff in there. So, I mean,
Yeah, it'd take you, I don't know.
Pennsylvania
It was about a 12-hour drive, you think, probably from PA to maybe a little longer, 14 hours.
About that.
I don't know. If you get just right across the border,
Do we have an extra water bottle?
I will grab you one.
So I think at this point we need to rinse our glasses before we move to the next one. We've delved into 5 so far. Is that right?
Yeah. I think that was the fifth one.
So we did Classic, Dorado, Frontera, Sentinel, Private Cask.
By the way, I've been rinsing between.
You're smart. I haven't.
I just like to enjoy them all and drink water too. It's all good.
So as special as the private casks are, and with the private casks, the way we're doing them in Texas, where you have to buy it through a liquor store,
Right.
the club has to commit to buying half of them, and most of the liquor stores I work to deal with are going to add 15 points. So the club members are going to get a bottle for around 95, 97,
Okay.
and the store is going to retail them for 120.
Not bad.
I think it's still a great buy. Plus, it's cask strength.
Right.
I'll double check the bag. I don't think I have a mesquited cask strength with me. I do not.
Man, that water you add to it, that just like the butterscotch just jumps out of there now. Like there's no tomorrow. That's wild.
That's when the Werther's really comes.
Yeah, like completely.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
A little bit of water now, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like liquid gold.
it's amazing. That's part of there's a couple of them that I think actually attended Hogwarts and learned how to do.
They're alchemists now.
Yeah, to where it's like, okay, it's one spirit now, but you add 3 drops of water and it becomes something totally different. Jesse from Doc Swenson's, I believe he went straight from high school into Hogwarts, and then he became a blender with Doc Swenson's, and now he's a magician.
There you go.
I think Mark Viertaler with Whiskey Del Bac is another one of those. He's learned how to do some magical things.
Absolutely.
And this next thing is very magical because we
All right.
tried this classic,
Yes.
and average age is 12 months.
Okay.
This is classic bottled in bond.
Ooh.
So
right.
obviously we've upped the proof to 100,
Right.
but we've also aged it for 4 years.
Is that the oldest thing you guys have out now? That, or is there stuff that's even older now that's out?
This is the oldest thing out there.
Okay. Very cool.
4 years, that's 4 times the length in a cask.
Are you the first Arizona bottle and bond?
Yes.
Nice.
For a single malt, for sure.
Okay.
Um,
Well, it's kind of like Texas. The first bottle and bond in Texas was also single malt,
yes, it was.
which is awesome.
So this, they went to a little bigger cask
Okay.
because in
Yeah, it
Arizona,
makes
if you
sense,
do the
sure.
small casks, they're going to be left with, 4 bottles.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Um,
That's super helpful.
And it'd be really expensive.
Yeah, that too.
So
$300. Awesome.
with this, we're looking at, you can buy them at the distillery right now.
Okay.
Or if you're in Texas, because it's me,
Hmm.
I got 10 cases that are
Very
available
nice.
for us to sell. So we will have this one here next month.
Okay. Cool.
They started releasing this last Monday at the distillery.
Okay.
So we're some of
Oh,
the
it's
first people to
Brand
try
new.
it.
Okay. Very cool.
They sent this, and me and the distiller and owner did a taste test over Zoom together about 3 weeks before it was released.
Okay.
So obviously you've got the same stuff you got in the classic,
Okay.
but as soon as you
Just
bring it
older,
up to the
yeah.
nose, you immediately know a difference.
Yeah, it's just that
And
deeper and darker.
In this light, I don't know if we can compare the colors.
Yeah, you can still see there's a difference.
It's quite
It's
a bit
significantly darker. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it comes across on the video, but certainly sitting here,
It's several shades
clearly
darker.
Yeah.
darker. And we've added some color to that label,
I do like that label. That's a sexy label. That's beautiful. Love it.
going with the gold cactus, much like the one on my shirt.
There you go.
It just adds a dimension.
Yes, it is, Spencer.
What's Spencer's question?
He wanted to know if he left for us back and he says, "This is the Bottle and Bond Classic." I said, "Yes."
So
Ooh.
I want to hear from you two
Oh.
first.
Oh, the oiliness is insane. Holy crap. But what's interesting is, even though it's not a sherry cask, it has a lot of the sherry notes to it from sitting in the cask for 4 years. That's wild.
And those legs,
Check
That's
those
exactly
out.
what I
they
was about to
last
say.
forever. Which tells
Good
you,
grief.
with legs that last as long as 2-3 minutes on the
Wow.
glass, that tells you on the palate,
Oh, it's
I've
just,
got 10 minutes before this flavor is going to dissipate from my palate.
that's wild.
So you can sit and have a nice evening where you're relaxing and not drink very much of this. And a wee dram can last you 40 minutes
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because you're still enjoying, I'm still tasting it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's one sip, it's still there. Big
And
time.
it's, by far, this is now my new favorite. For
Oh, there's this nice orange showing up now.
Mm.
Oh, I like that orange chocolate. Mm. A little bit of clove.
Now, this is only at 100, so I'm only going to add 1 drop.
So Spencer wants, do you think it'll still be there in October when he visits the Bottle and Bond? Do you think it's going to be long gone by then?
It'll be gone, I'm sure.
Sorry, bud.
However,
What if he buys one online? Or would they save one for him at the distillery for him?
that's what I was thinking.
Do that, Spencer. Buy one and you can get one at the distillery. I think it's probably your safest bet.
If you don't see one online, Spencer, I know you're going to follow me once you get over on my channel. Then send me a message, and I'll see what I can do to help you out.
Yes.
Maybe get the lassie that runs the pub there to hold one back for you.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
This is the mouthwash of the gods.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I don't understand.
So
It's
this was
so
a trial.
easy.
This was a test,
Wow.
and it proved to be really good.
You think so? I think so.
Yeah.
So they're using a full 53 gallon on this, or are they using going up to like a 60 gallon?
No, this is a 53.
53. Okay. And the regular ones are 15s or 30s?
30s.
30s. Okay. So what's your guys' angel share then at that point?
It's huge.
I was like, it's got to be horrible. Those are 30s.
For
You get
this,
60 bottles.
for this, the angel share after 4 years was
Oh, it couldn't have been not big.
47%.
Ugh.
It's
Ouch.
massive, and that's why it's so hard to get and
Sure.
it's so expensive, because the angel share is massive.
Yeah, we almost half of it gone. So what are those running a bottle?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay. All right. It's a surprise, but it's worth it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
For me, it wouldn't matter if it was 180. I would have to buy it.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
And especially since there's no more coming.
Okay, so now
Right? The new barrels have just been started. So 4
Oh,
years from now,
jeez. So you got a ways to go. Okay.
this was a test.
Gee, all right.
This was Mark's, I I'm going to say his coup de grace.
Mm-hmm.
Wish the people online could see the legs.
The legs, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we
It's
can.
impressive.
It doesn't.
It's not gonna.
It doesn't
really come across,
translate when we show it in the
unfortunately.
video.
Mhm.
But it's really nice.
But if
Like,
you're
they're
going to the
absurd.
distillery, you're going to get to try some magical things that are only available to you there. Besides this one,
Wow.
every quarter they do a distiller's cut,
Yes.
and every quarter that distiller's cut's
Those
different.
are usually really good.
And those are usually only available at the distillery, unless you happen to live where the Highlander lives. And I always get 5 cases for my people here.
There you go.
Texans get 5 cases of distiller's cut.
Now, is the case usually 6? Or is it
Yeah,
12?
they're 6 packs.
Okay, 6
So
packs,
I mean,
okay.
we're not getting that many,
Hey, it's still better than 0.
but we've got an allocation, right?
Yeah, 120. That seems right. Yeah, 120 is totally fair. That's what the website says. Yeah, that's totally worth 120.
And were you able to buy it?
Yes, you should buy it right now, Spencer, and
Yeah.
solve your problem so it's there when you get there.
Because I know from talking to the lassie that runs the when you go there, she'll be the one there running the pub, doing the samples for you. She said this stuff is selling really fast.
Oh, I bet it is.
And I could just see if I went there and toured this week and tasted this, I would have bought a bottle
Yeah, absolutely.
or 2 or 6.
Hopefully you're driving, Spencer, so you can pick up a whole case of different things while you're at the distillery and not
Right.
flying. Or you guys can buy a Pelican case
And we
to make
drove.
stuff safe.
We drove, and I left there with at least 6 bottles.
Nice. I kind of figured that was about right. Something along those lines.
And then the next day, I decided that I had to work with them. So the next week, we signed on with them, and they sent me a couple of bottles
nice.
to do. Yeah, this is amazing.
That thing's ridiculous. That's stupid.
Oh, and you didn't even try it with the water.
It was too good. I just, like you said, it's the way God intended it. It was gorgeous. Just perfect the way it was. It's still going with water in my mouth 3 times. It's
it is.
ridiculous.
It is. It's so strong, and the
Holy crap.
tannins and the oils are so heavy that they stay in your mouth forever.
Yeah, it's like those ones you can taste a half hour later, I'm sure.
This is one to move on to the next. We should have had crackers.
Yeah, well,
Um,
I got some crackers in the back if you want some.
No, we'll live. I just like to say crack us.
This would be a good one with a cigar. I mean, not that I
Oh, yes.
but yeah, this one you would still taste it through the cigar smoke or through the cigar.
So
Perfect. Okay, so you fly in Southwest, but packs inflatable sleeves between 6 between the 2. What are the distillery you visiting, Spencer? Because to be honest, this is the only store I can name in Arizona is probably Whiskey Del Bac, to be honest with you. I'm sure there's more. I just don't know any others.
if you,
I'm sure there's others.
there's a new one that's just opened up in Prescott.
Okay.
I'll be there in November, so I'll do a tour and post it.
Okay. Awesome. Oh, well, Colcagan's in New Mexico, though.
Yeah, no, if you're talking New Mexico, you definitely need to go.
Colcagan is awesome. That's good stuff.
Santa Fe's got a couple of good ones up there.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with either of those 2. Definitely 2 of my favorite Southwest distilleries for sure.
This is a tough choice. Which do we go first?
I don't
All right.
know. You're the
So-
professional.
I'm going to jump ahead to summer release.
All right.
The summer release, and when he does the 4 seasons, there are roughly 720 to 740 bottles per release.
Okay.
So this one, there were 720. I got bottle 179 here. This is finished in rum agricole barrels.
Oh, yes, please.
We're coming in at 104 proof.
All right. Now, is that cast strength or is that just what he proved it to? Do you think that'd be?
No, that's the cast
Perfect.
strength.
It's cast strength. Okay.
That's the way it came out. Something about Arizona, it seems to come out between 104 and 111.
So my question for just in general is: so you guys are losing alcohol and out there rather than gaining alcohol, with you guys going downwards? Like here in Texas, of course, it goes way up.
Yeah, it skyrockets in Texas.
except if you're on the coast, which I found we were visiting a distillery down on the coast, and they said they're figuring out they have to wait about 5 years to get really good casks. So they try some of their younger stuff, not super. Man, their new stuff really good, but anywhere else in Texas, yeah, you don't have a whole lot of time at all, and it goes way up, but they lose it. Let's see, you know where Santan is? It has a bottle bought in Chandler. Does that ring a bell to you? I assume it's in Arizona.
Santan? No,
Chandler's in Arizona. Yeah.
Arizona?
Arizona.
Okay. Then I guess
I don't know Santan.
Oh, it's a rye. Okay,
Yeah,
never heard of them.
but this is the only bottled in bond single malt.
Single malt. Okay. Do you know, Peter, when that came out? Just to wonder, is it also a new product? Like I said, I've never even heard of them, which means nothing. There's tons of craft local that I've never heard of. Oh, it smells good.
So, rum agricole barrels, but we're also getting the mesquited.
Oh, this is mosquito with the rug. Okay.
And every distiller's cut is going to be different.
Okay.
So every quarter, Mark has to come up with something new and different.
That's a lot to come up with every year. But a fun, cool problem to have.
It's a tough job, but he's willing to sacrifice himself for the team.
Okay, closer to Phoenix where the Hanging Arizona is. Okay. Okay, so he wants to know where in Prescott will you be in November? Anthony might like to come meet you.
I'll be right there in Prescott by the country club golf course. But I'll be all over that town. So if you're coming, DM me. I'll send you my cell. We'll get together.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the nose, alcohol doesn't show up. On the palate, it all shows up.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love it.
And on the nose, all of the rum agricole features are coming in.
It's there, but it's not like usually I like to be punched in the face by my agricole runs because like I said,
it's like a wee hint of molasses on top of the malted barley, and there's a hint of smoke to it.
Right.
And there's a light dusting of peach.
Yep, totally. But yeah, once you get it, it's like, oh, there's the beat I was looking for.
And then when we go for the legs, we've got good legs. I mean, they're not that cast drink legs, but they're almost Rod Stewart legs.
And I do like his music. He does make good music.
And it's
those are still really nice legs, no matter what. Yeah, those are still really nice.
They're prominent, good, thin, sexy legs for a nice, sexy whiskey.
That's right.
That is bloody delicious.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Okay, so it says Arizona only has 2 bottle and bond in Tempe and / Mesa. Did Thumb Butte change hands?
Thumb Butte closed.
Oh.
I tried to go there in March when I was out in Prescott.
That's answers our question.
And they are closed, and there are some new owners that are trying to renew it.
Okay.
But yeah, because I was hoping to do a tour while I was there last time. And this next time will be my last trip to Prescott because we're moving her mom from Prescott to Texas. So we won't be out there visiting anymore. It's kind of a shame. It's a lovely place.
I've been in Arizona a long time. Like 14 last time I was out there.
So, yeah, I don't have the exact dates because we're going to go to San Francisco first. We're going to tour a distillery in Bakersfield. Then we're going to tour one halfway down, then one almost to Prescott. And we'll get to Prescott and do the one there.
Give me a drop of water in that one.
All right.
Just one.
Ooh.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, just the water accentuates agricole. Just even dirtier than it was before, which I love.
Want to drop?
Sure.
With such a tiny dram, it doesn't take much water. And we're only bringing it down maybe a half a point.
Yeah. But it's just enough.
On the nose, the fruits get fruitier.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just like peaches and cream all over the place.
One of the whiskey gods that I think doesn't get quite the accolades he should, Mark Renier. He's like, just keep adding water. Just keep adding water and trying and adding water until you see where's the sweet spot on this.
Oh, sure. I mean, everything's personal preference of whiskey. I mean, And you'll never know till you play with it.
And that's why I like buying it at the high proof, because I can add it to where it's comfortable for me, which is probably going to be around 105, 107.
Sure.
Because that's just where I like it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can remember the day when I didn't like it that hot.
Sure.
And now I've probably killed enough taste buds that they want more.
And,
Right.
and I like crap in the 130s.
Oh, that 139. That's still my favorite
Oh,
of all
it's
whiskeys. And that's
so
drink it neat. We didn't even add water to that.
No. So we were there. We tried 144. Oh, just beautiful.
Which one was that?
Was that the rye? It might have been the rye. It was 144 the day we were there. Like I said, if you're going back, just have them take you to the back and pour, like I said, pour out the cast. They're just incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
I have to tell them when you're there. I might have to go with you.
We're going to have at the Galaxy Whiskey Gala next year, March 29th. Shameless plug. It's galaxywhiskeygala.com. It's to raise money for our charity, Bears for Barons. Our focus this year is women in whiskey.
All right.
So Natasha will be there.
Awesome.
Marsha Licorice.
Oh, guys, you got to have Marsha there. Marsha's awesome.
Marsha will definitely be there.
Julie Caffey will be there.
Julie Caffey will be there.
There you go. I'll tell you a fun story when we're done about Marsha after the show. It's hilariously funny, but it's not appropriate for on the stream.
Oh. My God. It's so delicious.
There's a reason she's the mother of Texas whiskey, because she's amazing.
She is.
One of my favorite people to talk to, certainly.
And they made the print so tiny.
Yeah, we'll be seeing her in 2 weeks. I'll be up there with them with a couple of Aussies that are coming to town.
Can you grab that other phone? A couple of Aussies.
Yeah, we've got, like I said, probably like you got fans over the world, so we got a couple of Aussies coming up. Chris and Lilith will be here, they're amazing people. They're importers to Australia, also other fun jobs. But they'll be up here for about a week with us, so we take them to a few different distilleries while they're in town. It's going to be a blast.
Oh, nice.
Bent will definitely be one of them, and of course, Balcones and Iron Root, so it should be a good time.
Lockwood.
I haven't talked about Lockwood with them yet. We've just talked about the three of them so far.
That's a good one to go to.
I went there with Garrett out there. That was fun. Yeah, they're good people out there.
So our last one
I'm sure it's gonna be rough.
is probably the worst one you could ever drink. No, just kidding.
I'm sure it's terrible.
This is the Distiller's Cut Spring 2024.
Ooh, I was looking forward to Distiller's Cut, of course.
This is 109 proof.
Okay.
Bottle 250 of 504.
Okay.
So you lost a little more on this.
Hey, you're right. You guys don't get a ton of them at all. Yeah. So you've got to be lucky and grab one.
And this one, he's taken PX Sherry, Cognac, and rum agricole and brought them together.
Ooh.
So this is kind of a
Cognac and okay. Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be really rough, huh? Sounds amazing.
and I mean, just you can see even on the video how dark this is.
Yeah, it's absurdly dark.
It's even darker than the last.
How lovely this new label with.
I do like your new label. Your new label is very sexy. I do like that.
It's got that metallic green in it.
I like it. Yeah, that's going to stand out nice on the shelf.
I think if they take this and combine it with the other, and we use the metallic green, but bring back the cactus in the gold,
totally agree. Yeah,
then we'll have perfection. So,
have you been to Desert Diamond and Kingman at all?
no.
I don't know. Yeah, it says won an award for rum in London.
For rum in London?
Yeah, that's what he says. Won an award for rum in London.
Yeah, I don't drink rum in the UK.
Got me.
If I'm back home, I drink Scotch.
I don't blame you.
Or I don't drink anything else. So we spend the month of June in Scotland.
Because you're smart.
And we had a perfect month with 0 rain on us.
That's shocking.
I know. I call home and my mom's like, "How'd you get no rain?"
Yeah,
like,
how
I
did
know
you
a
get-
guy.
I know a guy.
There was rain in Scotland. It just wasn't where I was for the whole month.
That works.
And my thing is, everywhere we go, every city we pull into, we have to go into a pub.
Yeah.
We have to try something that I've not tried. Or
Absolutely.
if they don't have anything I've not tried, try a favorite. of the barkeep. And then, so I've got pictures that I've been holding on posting of me and the wife and the barkeep in the pubs all across the Highlands, all across northeastern Scotland, from Edinburgh up to Aberdeen, and then across to Inverness, and then down to Skye.
Nice. That's awesome.
Bloody grand.
Oh, it smells good.
Oh, this is the coup de grace for me.
Oh, the rum's only in Arizona. Okay, so in Spirit Awards, the rum's only in Arizona. Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay, yes, definitely makes more sense. In Scotland, Scotch is obviously king. And then gin has a fairly close second place.
I do like gin.
There's a lot of gin drinkers in Scotland.
That's good. Good gosh. That's ridiculous.
Right?
What the? What's the proof on this one again? 109?
104?
104?
No, 109.
109, okay. Wow.
Yeah, 109 proof.
That's...
Yet it tastes like about a 96.
Yeah, that's crazy.
7.
Man. Okay, so just general question. How do women do with this? You got a lot of women drinkers with the Whiskey Del Bac now? Or
yes, we've got a whole lot of new women drinkers, especially when you drink the classic.
Yeah. What's been fun is...
Or the Dorado.
Good. We found, which is funny, because we really actually about 50-50 will show up here at the castle, and it's been a blast to see someone that go, I don't like whiskey. I'm like, just try some. Look, maybe what you have for us was probably, terrible stuff, it was nothing great. Then they'll leave like, I liked all of them. I'm like, yeah, because, I try that. They're like, I'm like, yeah, because it's actually good. And so it's fun. I'd love to have some women try these. And they're like, what's funny is how many will like Isla, peated Scotch and stuff, like a lot, or Highland Park, big fans of those. And it's just like, I love trying some of this mesquite smoke. I think that'd be really fun to see the reactions on that and add these to the Around the Worlds we do. I think it'd be a great one to do with them.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Why don't you start doing it around
the country? Like I say, we'll get you, Whiskey Del Bac, we'll get you a couple of bottles.
Yeah, it'd be great to have them there for sure.
I hate that. The iPhone, you just touch it.
Ooh. Oh, wow. That drops just really pops. Holy crap.
There's a couple of drops of water.
Yeah.
And I'm using distilled water because I don't like to alter the flavor of whiskey.
Wow.
So if you don't have one of these at home, this is definitely something you want to get off Amazon.
Sure.
There's a little dropper, and put your distilled water in there, and then try your whiskeys several ways. And you'll find amazingly that alchemy we were talking about, like with this one, 3 drops into a wee dram.
Huge difference.
We're opening up new flavors that you couldn't imagine were there.
And I would even suggest doing it with your tap water and the distilled water just to see the differences, just because it's a fun experiment.
Oh,
because
definitely.
I'm nerdy.
Each, yeah.
Yeah.
And depending on where you're at.
Yeah, some maybe not so great. But if you have decent water, give it a whirl.
Down where I'm at, the calcium in the tap water is horrendous.
Okay, then maybe not with that.
Up here, it's not as bad because you don't have to have water softeners and everything.
Right, yeah, here it's not bad. Like
San Antonio, every house has a water softener.
DFW is not terrible, but my brother was a little bit south, and his water's disgusting.
Well,
it's not
depends
drinkable.
on where in DFW too, right? Hearst is much better water than, in my opinion, than anywhere else.
Yeah, I like our water's not bad at our house. I've had but yeah, there's some you're right. But
if you can get spring
not
water,
drinkable.
Spring water's
even
better.
better.
What I was thinking.
Yeah,
you can get some spring water that's still got some minerals in it that can add dimensions to your whiskey, and you're going, oh wow, I like this. Or it's just like when blending a cigar. This one is going to go great with maybe a light wrapper, whereas a dark wrapper is not as good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the spring water, you'll find that some spring water works with some whiskeys, and it doesn't work with others.
No, we're like Topo Chico or some of the mineral waters. How does it with that?
I do not like it with it.
Don't like with that. Okay.
No. I've tried it with several Perrier.
No good.
Topo Chico. Did not like any of the Whiskey Del Bacs with those. So not saying you shouldn't try it. I mean,
it's personal preference, right?
Down at my dad's ranch because we pull the water straight out of the ground.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, deep well water.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. Sure.
Deep well water would be magnificent.
Pumped right straight into the house.
And especially up here, because your aquifer is not like limestone like it is in San Antonio.
Right.
So here, Houston, far west Texas.
Nope. None of those are good. Those are bad water. That's some nasty crap. What's the school in San Angelo? No, that water's not drinkable.
El Paso.
Oh, yeah. There's a reason it's called El Paso. Just pass on through it. Keep on going.
Yeah.
It's not a nice city.
It's, you can almost say how good a city is by how many distilleries there are.
Right? I'm pretty confident there's 0 in El Paso.
I don't know of any.
I was like, I can't think of anything. I don't even know what the heck the furthest west distillery is in Texas at this point. And you got some on the hill country, but it's not that far west, to be real honest.
No.
Is there any in Midland, Odessa?
Probably your
that you know
furthest
of?
west is going to be Amarillo.
That's kind of one thing is Amarillo.
Yeah. That's about the furthest west you can go and find it that I know of. For whiskey.
Right, for whiskey. Yeah, there may be other spirits,
there are
sure.
vodka distillers everywhere.
Yeah, we don't. That doesn't count.
That's not real whiskey.
Yeah. I've had some good vodka. That's not going to be it, though.
No.
Family Ranch is about halfway between San Angelo and the hill country.
Oh, yeah. She got all sorts of stuff out there.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. The light orchard fruits on this.
Oh, so good.
Since this is our final Whiskey Del Bac, the way that I view this one is we're going to take some stewed plums with a wee bit of cherry thrown in.
Yep.
And then on top of that, after we spoon out that first spoonful that we're going to smother on our crouton that we're going to eat, we're going to lightly dust that with a hint of Mexican chocolate.
All right. Sounds good.
A little bit of apricot juice.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a Werther's and just kind of melt part of it across top of it. And those are most of the flavors.
Sounds about accurate, yeah.
And that nose is just...
Oh, the nose is incredible. It must be fun, especially with stuff that's not lesser known, that's really great whiskey like Whiskey Del Bac. To blind people with stuff like that is so fun. It's like, what amazing crap am I smelling?
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be a blast for you to do that all the time with people.
And tomorrow.
Tomorrow too, especially.
Tomorrow we've got 6 hours at the Texas Bar and Nightclub Association.
Yeah, looking forward to that tomorrow. It's a good time.
A couple thousand people.
Tomorrow should be a good time.
It's going to be a blast.
That stuff's ridiculously good. So what other things we'll need to know about Whiskey Del Bac? Anything else we should know in general? Besides go visit and drink it and buy as many bottles as you can.
Definitely buy as many bottles as you can. And if you don't have it in your liquor store, request it. And if you go to the distillery, one, DM me before you're going.
For sure.
And two, when you get there, make sure you tell them Highlander sent you. We'll see if we can get her to hook you up.
Absolutely. Yeah, Spencer, to let us know how your trip works out there in October. I'm looking forward to seeing some pictures and hearing what you think of all the Whiskey Del Bac. I think you have a great time. I know you have a good palate, and I think you'll really enjoy their stuff. So another question for you. So when you go to this store, do you guys make cocktails in their bar, or is just everything just neat?
That's a great question. I think I saw a cocktail menu, but as you know, I don't drink cocktails.
Right, but I know he's a big cocktail guy. He likes obviously whiskey neat too, but I always like to
and
well-made whiskey
Del
makes
Bac,
good cocktails.
You're going to find an old fashioned made with Dorado.
Yeah, which is really good.
Going to be amazing.
I need to make one of those soon.
An old fashioned made with Sentinel. That's the one we're pushing in all the bars.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
You can make quite a number of really fantastic ones just with our baseline of 3.
Oh yeah, that's all you need. Yeah,
and I think you're going to be able to get a couple of those there.
Nice.
But what you're going to want to try there at the distillery is the stuff that I don't have here.
The special stuff, right? For sure.
When you're going, Ode to Isla should be out by then.
Nice.
So you'll be able to try that.
That'd be cool.
His fall release may be out right about the time you're going.
That'd be awesome.
And she's going to have for you lots of these that we tried today.
Right.
So she should still have a wee bit of the summer release to try.
Yeah,
she may even still have some of this Distiller's Cut Spring 2024, the one that is definitely my top pick.
Yeah, I think those are great.
That combining of 3 different finishes.
That's special.
That's kind of like, what is that, Ratatouille?
Yeah, right.
This is Ratatouille for whiskey. So we've taken a Virgin American oak cask, and then we've taken rum agricole, PX sherry, cognac.
Okay.
And all of them are in this bottle. And then it's so bloody dark.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
And the legs last for days. I'm still tasting it.
It's still in my mouth. It's just ridiculous.
So if you go there, you definitely want to try the Big Flight.
Yeah. And the good news is, after you leave a half hour later, you still taste it.
Yes.
So it don't really matter.
Yes.
Let's see. A white dog for Tucson called Old Pueblo.
No.
No more.
No.
Okay.
White Dog was created to use only in bars.
Okay.
Only to make mixed drinks out of. That's not a whiskey that I think is for sipping.
Okay.
That whiskey was really created for
cocktails. It makes sense.
We're not making it anymore.
Okay.
So if you find it on the shelves, it's a collector's item.
There you go.
You can grab it up, and it's very inexpensive.
Perfect.
And it's grand for making those cocktails with, because it still is a Whiskey Del Bac. But it's just not made for consuming like we're talking about.
Sure.
Like Matt, Jeff, and I would normally drink a whiskey where you're just sitting back, relaxing,
Right.
and enjoying a whiskey.
Okay, so he's had the classic, the Dorado, and the Distiller's Cut and the PX classic. All right, good. So there's tons of stuff you haven't had, Spencer. So you should have a great time going there. All right, hey, Brian, good to see you.
He's had the classic Dorado, and the PX Sherry Finish is the Frontera.
Yeah, so you should have a great. Yeah, there's tons.
Yeah.
So there's another several more to have.
When you get there, the Normandy will be out. And
Ooh,
that's
nice. Yeah, there you go.
That's the smoked one finished in cognac casks.
Ooh, yeah, you're definitely gonna need that, Spencer.
Looking forward to trying that one.
Absolutely.
I'll bring that back up this winter when we come and do another one.
That'll be great.
Because it's not out yet, and with only 700 and something bottles.
Yeah, not a whole lot. It'd be great to have. Yeah, see. I've been calling to a friend who has family in Tucson to see if they would make a trip for the rain. Yes, they should definitely do that for you, Anthony.
Oh, hell yes.
It's called a good friend.
And if you can get a couple of bottles of that bottled in bond, since you know already, you have the insider knowledge.
Yeah.
That this is not coming back for at least 4 years.
You want to save one.
So.
Yeah, 2 is the right choice.
I'm personally buying 4 more.
I don't blame you.
Because I know 4 years, I can make each one last a year.
Right.
This one I'm using for shows like this and special groups that we're doing demos to. But the 4 that I buy with my money, that's for me to drink across 4 years.
Absolutely.
So that I can last until he comes out with some more. Because it is so amazing. Now, his Distiller's Cut, like I say, this spring 2024, this is the most amazing of all of them that I've had.
Spectacular.
So far, I've only had 6 of the Distiller's Cuts.
Okay.
I've only been with the company since April. Any other questions before we sign off?
I'm weak. Well, I think at least you'll have good stuff when you get there, so you're in good shape. It's not a bad thing. You'll have good whiskey in return, so you can't really complain about that. So, yeah, anyone's got any other questions? Otherwise, we're going to try some other fun stuff and do some things we can't talk about on the stream. So it's all good. You have to come to the castle if you want to talk about those things, but we can't talk about it here.
And, next time we do this, we should probably publish it a month in advance.
We probably should. We did throw this together.
And if they want to come, then we can have a group here
for we can do that.
Next one.
Absolutely. Happy to do that in advance. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, if you know a month in advance, we can get people here for sure.
Maybe we could do December.
We could do December.
My first time here, and I'm impressed. I've sent a few pictures out. I've texted out to a few friends, and they're like, "Oh man, why didn't you tell me?" Well, because I knew about this yesterday.
You're right. Yeah, it's because I also knew 2 or 3 days ago.
We just threw this together.
I was like, this just happened. Yeah, this is news to all of us.
Which is traditional in the whiskey world.
This is the whiskey world, as we know. It's like, hey, 2 days notice is actually good. The lowest I've gotten is about 2 hours. So it's like, hey, 2 days is pretty good. So,
everybody in the whiskey of the world flies by the seat of their pants.
Oh, totally. It's insane.
So I'm up here in DFW for 9 days, and I've got 6 events.
Yeah.
And I got a couple of days open. That's why we're throwing together the Thursday event.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. It should be fun. Yeah. So can we talk about this real quick so people want to come back and check out Thursday? Yeah, so it's Cold Zero is the name of the brand.
Cold
Zero. So, if you guys come check out on Thursday, a little bit after 4, we're doing another show here with Steve, and I'm sure a really good time to talk about Cold Zero. So that should be a really good thing. So come check that out on Thursday.
If you go check out Cold Zero Spirits So Cold Zero, if you're in the special ops community and you're a sniper, when you drop in and go to take that shot, that first shot is a Cold Zero. And this whole brand is designed by special ops people.
Which I'm excited about.
So 2 of them are Delta Force, 1 of them is Green Beret, 1 of them still active duty Delta Force. Those 3 got together to create this company.
All right.
We've got a vodka, we've got a blended whiskey, and then we've got the Distiller's Cut Medal of Honor. The bottle looks like the Medal of Honor and actually has a wet signature from a Medal of Honor recipient.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a guy we may need to invite that's local. I'm going to text him tomorrow.
We'll give you a preview. This is the Medal of Honor, actually signed by a Medal of Honor recipient.
That's awesome.
You can see the signature at the top.
That's
if you go to our website, there are stories of 2 of the 6 that signed it on the website.
Very cool.
Those 2 may be at the show tomorrow.
Awesome.
Wandering around.
Sounds like a plan. We need to get them physically over to the castle and say, hey, you guys are still in town. Come over here while you're here.
They live here. We can set up something.
Oh, they live here.
Both of those live here.
Have them come over on Thursday.
They became part of our team when they found out.
I'm excited for this.
Part of all the money from Cold Zero goes to help vets.
Yeah. And of course, as you guys know, we're always big into vet organizations on here on Whiskey Crusaders. So that's super important to us. So yeah, we're really glad to support these guys over at Cold Zero. It should be a really great show.
Jeff here is an Army vet.
Yes, I am.
My clan is mixed. So we've got, matter of fact, like with my sons, I've got Army, Navy, and Air Force.
Yeah, all my family's Army, Navy, Air Force too. So, and Marines. So we've got all the branches covered.
Yeah.
We don't have any Space Force that I'm aware of yet, though.
Yeah, we don't either.
I don't know if in Coast
My American
Guard.
granddad was a Marine.
Okay.
My Scottish granddad was a Special Ops Black Watch, and so yeah, it's going to be a grand time.
Absolutely.
We'll also touch upon after that a wee bit of Cowboy Country Distillery.
Yes, looking forward to that too. Absolutely, looking forward to new, really good brands.
This Thursday
at
here.
4 p.m.
4
Yep,
p.m.
4 p.m. Yep. So we'll
Can
see
you
you
get off
guys
work
on
early?
Thursday.
Sure.
Yeah, and it may start more like 4:15 as far as the show starts, guys, because I got to get my kid from school, get over here, open up. But yeah, it'll be probably like 4:15 when the actual show starts. But yeah, be around there, so it'll be a good time. I'm looking forward. It should be an awesome time. Well, thank you guys very much for Whiskey Del Bac. And if you guys haven't checked them out, go check them out. Go buy a bottle. Have a good time. Everyone in the lineup is great, so you can't go wrong. So it'll be fantastic.
No, there's no bad drinks. And if you can, go to Whiskey Minute with the Highlander. Follow me and watch that series from the Whiskey Del Bac tour.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, if you go to the facility, contact me before you go, and we'll see if we can hook you up with something special while you're there.
Sounds great. All right. We'll see you guys in a few days.
All right, Slajeva.
Cheers.